Hey guys, what's up? It's Ethan Elbling, and I'm here to be doing an album review. Today I'm going to do an album review on Weekend Nacho's Unforgivable. Weekend Nachos is one of my favorite bands of all time, and this is one of my favorite Power Balance records of all time. Um, this is a 12-track record, and it is exactly what you'd expect from Weekend Nachos. If you're unfamiliar with them, they're a Power Balance band from Illinois. They're a four-piece, and their style, they can mix everything from Power Balance to hardcore to sludge. They can just throw all these great genres together, and that is exactly what makes them such a memorable band. Um, 12 tracks on this album, and each track is more angry, more disturbing, more punishing than the last. It's almost impossible to really describe their style because they can mix. They're very riff oriented, nothing too complex in their music whatsoever, but good standard riffs that can just drive through a song. You have songs like "Shot in the Head," "Rejected Psychopath," "First to Burn," "A Reason to Die," that just have these fast, awesome parts, but then before you know it, they can switch, almost like a light switch, to a sludgy, crushy, pummeling breakdown that just, you can't, memorable. They stay in your head for hours at a time. I listen to this record daily, and every single time I listen to it, you can play even just the first couple notes of a song or a sludge part, and you remember the song instantly. That is what this record has going for it. It is extremely memorable. And it's not memorable in a catchy sense. It's memorable in a sense where they take simple riffs, simple, different vocal patterns, and you can just memorize them and you can learn them, and it just makes it much more fun to listen to than on a record that you enjoy but you don't have anything to cling to. Every song on this record has a cling factor. Songs like "Shot in the Head" and "Reason to Die." There's great slams in there. You have really fast songs like on "Unholy Victory," just that are fast, that are pummeling. And then in the title track "Unforgivable" has an odd intro to it. That's kind of a different experimental, kind of eeky, but it goes right into the song. And every song is memorable on this album. I can't stress this enough. But I'm gonna get on with kind of how the music sounds in a way. John Hoffman is the vocalist, and his style, he mixes tons of things with his style. He has almost an Infest type sound. He's very low, almost kind of like he's talking kind of with his chest or his lower throat. But he has a screaming style as well with that, so it doesn't sound like Infest worship. But when I hear him, I think of Infest. Um, the guitars are just thick and crushing. Well, one guitar, but thick and just crushing. Every riff is just chugging along, or it's really fast, and just the riffs on this album are unbelievable. Every song has a great riff. The bass you can hear, and it kind of really adds that thickness. They have a muddy sound, but it's not too muddy. It's very clean sounding in a way. It's a very dirty sounding record, yet it has a clean edge to it. So after you listen to it, it's refreshing. It's never like a murky record. It's very refreshing, but it's also very heavy. They mix, I don't know how they did that, but the production is beautiful. Everything can be heard. Everything sounds thick and sounds huge. The drums alone are just menacing. They're massive. And as you can tell by how into this I am, I love this album so much. I'm beyond happy to own it, and just every track is better than the last. I promise you guys, you will love this. I'll put a link to one of the songs in the description, and a link to their MySpace as well. Weekend Nachos Unforgivable gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me. The reason I didn't give it 100 is because nothing is ever perfect, but this is really close to my epitome of perfect. I was going through things to nitpick, and there really wasn't much I could possibly nitpick. I mean, even there's a solo in "Pain Over Acceptance" that's great. That's great too. So there's just lots of things that they combine, and all the elements they combine just constantly keeps you wanting more, and that's what this album is. And it's just the perfect length. It doesn't go too far over. It isn't too short. It's right when you start to kind of fall out of this stage, it ends, and that's exactly how it should be. And just unbelievably angry, unbelievably powerful. I cannot get over it. So Weekend Nachos Unforgivable, 9.5 out of 10. And before I go, um, reviews coming up in the future are going to be Hatred Surge Deconstruct, Fuck the Facts, Disgorge Mexico, and whatever else I seem to pull from my bin. My collection's grown at a frightening rate, so I have a lot to review. So the new Outbreak album, um, stuff along those lines. So anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. Weekend Nachos Unforgivable, 9.5 out of 10. Yep, check out their stuff.